Hello everyone, this is Amer. Today in this video, I will be discussing about debouncing using ReactJs. Before moving forward, you should have a basic knowledge of ReactJs, React groups, and also how to make API calls from the front end. So let's get started. Here I have a simple project which I have created using Create React tab. Inside this, there is a component folder and pages folder. Inside the pages, there is a product page. This is the main page you will see when I run this query. So inside this, you can see the JSX. There is the H1 tag. Below that, we have search bar. And below that, there is some conditional rendering to show the filtered products. There is also a file called product.json. Here we have the data related to products. So assume that this is the data stored on the server. So let's talk about debouncing. So just try to understand what is debouncing. Debouncing is just a technique to prevent unnecessary API calls. We can achieve this by making API call only after a certain amount of time when the user has stopped typing, instead of making API calls on each request. So let's understand this by taking an example. Let's say the user wants to search for a specific category like t-shirts. Then by the normal way, we will be making API call on each request like T, S, H, and so on. We'll make API call for each data. So this increases the amount of API calls. So to reduce this, we'll follow debouncing technique. That means we'll make an API call only after the user has stopped or paused typing for a certain amount of time. Let's say 1 second. So by this, you'll reduce the number of API calls. So this product page is a simple component. Here we have 4 states. One is for products, and one for the search value, and one for the search results. We use these two filtered products, and one is for normal. So this is the normal way of searching. Comment this now. So in this normal way of searching, inside the use effect, I am just checking if the search value is not empty, then I'm calling this function, which is here. So inside this, what I'm doing is I've declared a set timer function. So the code inside this will execute after 2 seconds. So we are just assuming it as an asynchronous function. That means an API call, which will take 2 seconds of time to complete. So in this function, I am filtering the products related to this search value. So I'm also logging here so that you can see whenever we make an API call. So if I run this code and go back to the browser, then this is the output. Here we have the search bar, search, and below we can see the result. So I am opening the database so that you can see the log. So if I start typing for t-shirt, then as you can see, we upload so many API calls. If I start typing again, then you can see for each request we are making an API call. So this is the request. So to reduce this, to reduce so many API calls, you will follow debouncing. So I'll comment this out and I'll uncomment this. So inside the use effect, I'm calling the same function. But this time, I'm calling this inside a set timeout function. So this function will execute after 1 second. So here I'm keeping track of this set timeout function inside this timeout ID. This function will give an ID. So I'm storing that ID inside this so that we can cancel this timeout. So below this, we have the cleanup function. This function will execute whenever the component unmounts or for every re-render. So if I head back to the browser and I'll clear this console and start typing, and I'll search for the same category, t-shirt, then you can see I have made only one API call instead of making API call on each press. So if I start typing again, then it will stop for 1 second. Then I have made another API call with this value, which is this orange color. So you can see we have decreased the amount of API calls. So it's actually a good practice instead of making an API call on each press. So that's all for now, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos.